Welcome to the Prophecy Club. I've got Jacob Cukjati on the phone with me today, and this doesn't have anything to do with Bible prophecy at all. So, what are you doing it for? Because, a minister is to help. And so, I'm bringing this information to either your employer or if you are employed, this might put some money in your pocket. So, I'm doing this to try to help. So essentially, Jacob contacted me and said that there's a pile of money that people don't know how to access, and it is there, if basically for the taking, if they can simply fill out the paperwork correct. And he is there to help them fill out that paperwork correct. Now, before we get started, the average Christian has the typical attitude is I'm going to pull my own boots on by my own bootstrap and I'm going to do it all by myself. I don't need any help from the government. So that's the first big question. Would you like to answer that, sir? And welcome to the Prophecy Club.
Thank you, Stan. I appreciate the opportunity to be here with you. I've heard Christians take that attitude. I don't need the extra money from the government. But in this particular case, given the current economic situation, in my opinion, that it would be better to have more cash available to pay the wages when we really see inflation spike, like we anticipate it's going to at the latter half of this year. And that would allow you to keep your workforce in place, also to keep your operations going. The government has done a nice thing here with the employee retention tax credit for all W-2 employers. If you pay W-2 wages, you're entitled up to $26,000 per an employee as a direct deposit to your bank account.
Now, this comes from COVID, or
this comes from. Thank you. The actual Congress passed the CARES Act in 2020, in March of 2020, and as part of that act that Congress passed, they included the employer's retention tax credit for the W-2 paying employers. Now, what's led to a lot of confusion with this particular law is that as Congress originally passed it, a lot of employers did not qualify. But once they've made 5 amendments to that, and they're working on another one, as I understand it, and what that's done, that's widened the ability of additional employers that didn't qualify at the beginning to reapply or to increase the amount of credits that they've already applied for. We found all kinds of businesses that weren't aware of this, and we've been trying to help them secure the money that's due them appropriately through that act.
So you're saying that employers can get some $26,000 per employee. So that's a benefit to the employers. And also indirectly, that would be a benefit to the employees. So you're really speaking to all employees and employers. Am I correct?
That's correct. If you're listening and your employer hasn't filed for that credit, we're available to assist your employer to.
Okay, so whoever's listening, have your employer call or get a hold of you by how?
They can get a hold of us through our website. We have an inquiry button there, and we also have, if you want to go ahead and apply for the credit, we've got a small. We have a small application fee that we ask for. If we don't qualify you, it's 100% refundable, and you owe us nothing else.
So what's your website?
It's posted on Stan's website, but it is Southern, B as in Bravo, Advisor, ADVISOR.com.
Okay, so this costs them only a small fee to get this, and you guaranteed you're going to fill out all the paperwork and to see that it's all properly filed. But do you also guarantee they get the money?
When we present them with the package, and it's quite lengthy, it's about 100 and some pages long.
But you do all
if we go all the way through for the entire period, we will sign those packages, put our name on it, take responsibility for it, and see it all the way through with the Internal Revenue. We've been successful in getting refunds once we've applied for them.
Okay, so if you want either an employer or an employee, if you want to see if this guy can help your company get some $26,000 per employee, you go to Southern, B is in boy, southernbadvisor.com, and he will help your employer fill out all the paperwork, run all of this through so that you can be eligible for this. Is that correct?
That's correct. And might I say that this also applies for nonprofits like your church. And we've been able to help out a lot of churches here. We've had, actually, we just recently got them. There's about 3 churches that are going to get over $1 million apiece.
And the qualification there is they have to have
W-2 employees.
Okay, so in our case, we don't have employees, so doesn't fit Prophecy Club. So it's no benefit to us, but we are passing this along with a hope to benefit you. So if you are an employer or if you are an employee, chances are you have not got this. It is there for the taking. It'll help you get prepared for the trouble ahead. So we suggest you go to southernbadvisor.com. Repeating, Southern B as in like boy, advisor, southernbadvisor.com. And he can help you fill out all the papers, walk it all through for you.
Right. And it's a specialized credit. We don't want to become your accountant for your employer. But this one particular credit does require a lot of study and a lot of understanding in order to be able to process the paperwork. A lot of accountants that I've talked to just threw up their hands and said, I haven't applied because I wasn't able to understand the law. I just hired a CPA to work for me. Her firm that she had worked for had tried to do it. They spent 2 full days on it, and they couldn't figure it out.
Anyway,
the process to do this was quite lengthy, and then we had to develop a special program to help us even process this. Now there's spreadsheets on the website on the website, various websites around, but we have found them to be inadequate as they are not strong enough to be able to process it all the way through.
Okay, Jacob Cukjati, thank you for being on Prophecy Club.
Thank you very much, and I hope this helps your listeners out, Stan.
Southern B Advisor. Southern B Advisor. Get that website to your employer, or if you're an employer, get to that website, Southern B Advisor. Check it out.
You bet.
Watch your thing to check it out. God bless.
You bet.
Click like, share, subscribe, and send to a friend.